Might not look pretty, but it tastes great. Lizz's Ugly Bakery. This is the virtual cookie swap edition. It's the Christmas season. Liz goes into the virtual cookie swap, which is on our website at hisradio.com. And with everybody's recipe that's submitted, she picks one and she makes it. And this morning, it's something lemony.
It is. It's a Italian lemon ricotta cookie, and then it has a lemon glaze on top.
There's ricotta cheese in this?
There's ricotta cheese in this, yes. And Stephanie sent it from Lexington, and it's a family tradition. So they do a traditional Italian Christmas where they have 7 courses of fish.
Fish?
I've never heard of this. Ever. So
fish is an Italian thing?
Evidently. And 7 courses of it. And then so she makes this delicious, maybe palate cleansing dessert.
And there's cheese in the cookie.
There's ricotta cheese. You know, there's cream cheese in a lot of cookies, but not as many with ricotta.
That's I can't wait to taste this then.
I know.
Okay, so we're going to go around the room with our producers and our intern. Let's start with Caitlin this morning, our intern. What do you think, Caitlin?
So I honestly thought it was going to be really rich. So I was like bracing myself to eat this cookie, and I took a bite and it tasted amazing. I love anything lemon, so this was a win.
And it's not super rich, so.
No, not at all.
Did you call it a win?
Yeah, I win.
Oh, it's a win.
Yay!
There you go. Okay.
One win.
How about Jake?
I thought it was good. I thought it was definitely spongy. I didn't expect it to be that soft.
Spongy?
In a good way.
Okay.
In a good way. And I definitely think that it hits the mark on the lemony stuff.
He said spongy. I thought he was about to clean the counter.
Yeah, I was like, not necessarily what a baker wants to hear is that it's spongy, but yeah.
But he knew what he meant.
Exactly.
Okay. So
he just meant soft.
Ben's filling in this week for Ninja. So what do you think, Ben?
I said it was like a lemon head in the form of a cookie, which is a good thing because it's obviously supposed to be super lemony, and I really loved it. So
that is a good description.
Not one person mentioned the ricotta cheese.
No.
So far. I'm going to see if I can even taste ricotta.
Yeah. See, I think you can. You taste the ricotta?
No.
You
This is
don't?
doused in lemon, so I'd taste the lemon.
It is doused in lemon.
Yeah.
I will say I punched up the lemon just a little bit because I love lemon so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah?
But I think the ricotta cheese kind of cuts the sweetness, and that's why I like it.
Whose was this?
Cookie. Stephanie from Lexington.
Stephanie, thank you so much for sharing your recipe on
You're
the
getting
virtual
an apron.
cookie swap. Yeah, there you go. Limited edition Liz's Ugly Bakery apron is coming your way. Merry Christmas.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Rita's at this restaurant. She's like, I really love Jasmine. Best server ever. She's stretched so thin. Turns out Jasmine makes in tips off of, I think it's like 4 or 5 tables, $40 a night.
Sure.
That's about it.
I can see that.
And Rita's like, no. She works so hard. So she puts it on her Facebook page. And then she asks Jasmine, hey, what is your Cash App? I didn't know there was such a thing.
You
I know
never heard of Cash App?
I've heard of Venmo.
It's kind of the same thing.
Okay. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Because Rita sent her like $500 for a tip. Right. And then she posts this whole thing on Facebook. And then, whoa.
It just kept growing and growing. And you know, servers and just about everybody that's at work these days kind of stretch thin because not as many people are working. And so she's having to just work as hard as she can to try to even bring in that $40. Well, this Facebook post blew up. Her Cash App information was there on the Facebook post. Like $10,000 is what she's ended up with.
Crazy cool.
It's, I almost said ridiculous, but I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
It's wild
Yeah, I get that.
that people are like, you know what? You showed up to work. You worked as hard as you could. You deserve more than $40 a night.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I used to be really, really good at this, but since spell check, not so much.
I have a tweet for you. So here's the tweet. And it has a picture of an exit sign on it. Delaware Avenue. It's exit 7, I-95 Delaware. And here's the tweet from the DOT in Delaware. You may have noticed the sign on your commute recently, and you all passed the test. We're making sure commuters are aware of our signage. Now stop texting and photoing while driving and pay attention to the road. Note the sign has been replaced. They spelled Delaware wrong. It's Delaware Avenue.
Delaware Avenue.
Exit 7. Delaware Avenue. So they replaced the sign. Hey, listen, I looked at the sign. I'm like, what's spelt wrong? Mm-hmm. It took me a minute or two to figure out, they're missing.
The A.
It's Delaware, not Delaware.
But think how many people that had to go through, correct? I mean, you have plans. You send it to I guess signs go to a printer or someone that makes the sign. So it's gone through several people that never noticed it.
And then the dozens who put the sign up. Right?
And never looked at it.
Unless they looked at it and went, this spelt wrong.
Yeah, hammer that thing in. Get that up there.
But it's corrected. Very good.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know what they wrote in your yearbook, but in mine, they certainly did not write smartest in class. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
But did they write class clown?
No.
You weren't a cut
I was not I didn't come out of my shell until I was an adult.
Oh, I think I was a class clown, and I'm not just saying that because of the research that came back this week. It says the class clown probably the smartest in the class.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, they have this timing and the humor thing, and I'm going to say self-confidence. You don't always have a lot of self-confidence when you're the class clown because sometimes you're trying to distract from something that you're not
quick,
self-confident about.
Witty, that does take brilliance.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying, especially in middle school. If a teacher or a parent is dealing with somebody that's, getting in trouble for being the class clown, watch that person in years to come because they're going to show out. They're going to do something most likely.
You see a lot. CEOs and whatnot, right?
Yeah. So the class clown, we salute you today.
Yeah. Not condoning disrupting the class or teacher.
No, but your
Shouldn't do
humor
that.
we love.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Liz made out of the virtual cookie swap for Liz's Ugly Bakery this morning a ricotta cheese cookie.
Mm-hmm. Italian lemon ricotta cookie.
Oh, I forgot the lemon. Yeah,
Yes.
there's lemon. I tried it. I do not taste this cheese that you stuffed in here.
See, the ricotta to me it's used to cut the sweetness of the cookie, but I taste it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why you're not.
Peggy says something about this at 800-447-7234. What are you thinking, Peggy?
I had sour cream in cookies this weekend, and they were black and white cookies. I don't know if you've ever made those, but I don't think Liz has that kind of time, or I would have submitted the recipe. 3 hours. It was during the Packer game. Literally started at 8:20 on Sunday night, and I finished at 11:30, frosting them. It's timely, but it only makes 12 cookies.
Oh, wow, but they're really large cookies, aren't they?
Yes.
Peggy, you did not put this on the virtual cookie swap?
I did not.
Whoa,
because,
come
like I
on.
said, I'm sorry.
You so need to now.
I am going to try some of your other recipes on there, though. I really am, because I'm like, the ricotta cheese. It's intriguing. You got to say.
Listen, we're already getting a text. Someone wants your recipe. You're in now. You got to.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll submit it. Mainly, I want an apron. I hope I win.
Oh, we hope you win, too. Look at this. Nice apron.
It is a nice apron. Caroline's texted and said she needed to see it, so I'm showing it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Had a Facebook memory pop up this morning, and it was when my youngest Eli got his very first bike. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
What was it like?
Getting his first bike
Well, yeah,
with the training wheels and all that stuff on it. Yeah.
Oh, and he was just super excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah. He liked it. It was his own little bike.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I remember, my first bike was purple, had the banana seat, had the basket on the front, had the streamers, the basket had the flower. It was a white basket.
Did you have the card in it so that your spokes could make noise?
I think I did that later. I don't remember having it at that age because this one also had training wheels. And I remember my dad was the one that taught me how to stay, upright without the training wheels and a couple of crashes that happened.
I had to learn along the way to teach kids how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
I learned that you do it down a very slight hill in the grass.
Oh, yes.
With Spencer, I did it in the cul-de-sac. He fell down and he ran to me and said, "Daddy, why'd you let me fall?" It was sad. I felt like the most horrible parent on the planet.
Oh, Oh, and he was blaming you as one at that
He
point.
was crying,
As
and
they
I
tell
let him
ya.
fall, and
And the next one gets the grass.
then
I get that.
Well, I brought him to the grass after that. I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to do this.
Need a cushion.
YouTube, please come to my rescue as we think about your very first bike with His Morning Crew.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
That first bike you had at Christmas. It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew at His Radio, 800-447-7234. Here's Ethan. What about it, Ethan?
I liked when I got that one bike. It was kind of fancy looking. It was it had these real long forks on them, and it was definitely different than any bike I've ever owned my whole life. It was something else. Once I got that, I was riding that. That's all I needed. I don't know what that was so long ago, but yeah, when I got that thing, I was like, I want to show it off to everybody.
Right? Oh, that's so cool. I love that. And then Jake, who was one of our producers, what was your bike?
My bike was a yellow and black bike, and it was the best bike in the world, and nothing could top it because I would roll down the street like a player on my bike.
Like a player.
Oh, and I love you. Sound so childlike right now. It was the best bike in the world.
It was the best bike.
It
And then
was
I upgraded, and it was still a good bike, but it wasn't my black and yellow.
Oh, sorry about that. We should find that bike for him.
You know we should.
Black
Get it
and yellow. Do you even
refurbished.
remember the brand?
I don't think I knew the brand in the first place, but it was black and yellow.
Yeah.
Black and yellow.
And he was a
That's
player, so.
all we needed. It was a player on that bike. Lisa's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Lisa?
I was 14, and it was Christmas time, and I wanted a yellow 10-speed bike. So we open up our presents on Christmas Eve, and there is no bike. So I go to bed all disappointed, get up the next morning, my mom comes to my room and tells me the cat has knocked over the Christmas tree, and I have to go clean it up. Stop in there to go clean the Christmas tree, and there is my yellow 10-speed bike. I was so excited, couldn't wait to go riding. It had 2 flat tires.
Oh.
The tires were both of them had holes in them, and it was like 4 days before we could get new tires. So that I was excited and disappointed all at the same time.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Started thinking about your very first bike you received at Christmas. It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew at His Radio. It's very possible that's on your kids' list. I don't know.
I bet.
It could be. It could be. Hey, we heard from one of our producers, Jake's mom. I wonder, Jake, is it mommy or mom?
It's just mom.
Call her mom. Was there ever a mommy? Was it mommy at one point in life?
I mean,
When did you change?
if I hope, single digits probably.
In single digits,
Okay.
it was
When I was
mommy.
single digits,
So 9 was still mommy.
yeah.
Okay. Had to think about that.
I know.
This is Jake's mommy.
Oh my gosh.
She had a blue bike with a banana seat. It was stolen.
No.
Yes.
My first bike.
Yeah, she was only 7. It was stolen. I don't know if Jake heard about this. Jake?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't alive.
You're going to have to comfort your mom when you get home.
And call her mommy from now on. Maybe
Please
she'll
do,
talk to you.
especially in moments like this. Good thing is the police found it up the road.
good.
It's about a block away. They knew it was hers because she had a His Radio sticker on her bike.
No, she did
Yes,
not.
she did.
You know,
Isn't that
look at
awesome?
Her boy. Her
No,
boy's
right?
working
It's
here
almost
now.
like it's fate.
Yeah, right?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, Christy said, she texted and said, my bike was the best. It was a strawberry shortcake bike. Oh, I like that.
Really?
Yeah, the little
Is that a
character.
color? Oh, the character was on
Yeah,
it.
strawberry shortcake. You know,
Oh,
there was like a
nice.
blueberry character, and it
Nice.
was, yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Well, here's Polly. What about you, Polly?
It was 3 of us children, and we did Christmas Eve at grandmother's house. So Dad brought them, and the unique way to present them was they gave us all a wallet. That was our gift under the tree. In the wallet was a receipt made out to us for 1 bicycle, which was outside under the car shed. My sister's was the favorite. I think hers was like the biggest because she's the oldest, but we rode that one for years and years to come. Hers lasts longer. I think it was a Schwinn 10-speed.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
This lady comes out to her car and notices there's something on the windshield. What's this, a ticket? And she picks it up off her windshield, and it was an old picture. Really old picture.
of her family?
No, it had nothing to do with her. It was just on her windshield. She wouldn't
why.
get up in the middle of the night and go, let me just put this here so I remember where I put my picture.
Didn't know if somebody
She
thought it was
didn't
her
do it.
family.
On the back of it was some writing. It had a couple of names in the year 1942.
Oh, it was old. Okay.
Turns out that this picture was picked up in the tornado and flew about 150 miles from Kentucky to Indiana.
Aw.
Isn't that wild?
And then it ended up under her windshield wiper.
It was on her windshield. I don't know if it was under the wiper, but
okay.
it was on her windshield, which was so crazy. So she was able to get that picture back to where it needs.
How in the world did she find where it went back?
Yeah, if I understand it correct, I might be wrong, but I think that the person who saw it was tagged.
Gotcha.
And then went, oh, wow, that belongs here in my family.
That is the best part. Not everything, obviously, about social media is great, but that is the best part of social media, that you can make connections of things like this. I mean, think about the family that lost that picture.
Yeah.
And that's just a little sign that, I'm here with you, and I know the things that you need. Talking about God is
and it was
placing those things back.
somebody's great grandma, because it was a picture of a woman holding a baby.
Oh.
Yeah, 1942.
Love this story. It's back in the right hands.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
She just could not believe her eyes. She had to get her phone out and just show what was going up the road a little bit in her neighbor's yard with an inflatable deer. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio, because it turns out a bear cub, a live, living bear cub, went up to this inflatable Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and attacked it and gave it the throw down like it was on WWE. It's amazing.
He's throwing paws. I mean, he's just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing in my yard?
Mama's like not far behind, observing the whole thing.
No, Mama's back there going, get him. Get him.
You think that's what was going on? This was like a lesson, huh?
I think maybe.
This is, so instead of going and finding your own food, this is how you do it. And she had her attack. Okay.
Could be like
sure.
that is the biggest deer I've ever seen. We're gonna be eating good all through the winter.
And I feel bad for the people who bought that inflatable deer, because it's a big
Sure.
deal. I mean, a big deer. It's huge.
Probably
It's
a couple
amazing.
$100. Yeah. But the bear did not go after the Santa, did not go after anything else in the yard, just the reindeer.
The big, huge inflatable reindeer. And it really threw it down.
Oh,
I mean,
he was throwing paws. He took a beating.
I thought it was going to go up against the ring and then jump off. Give it a suplex.
And the reindeer's just like, what is happening?
Yeah, so I don't think the reindeer survived this one. Inflatable reindeer
Should I
survived
not be
this.
laughing? Because I feel like I shouldn't be laughing.
Well,
but I am.
They lost money, but when you see the video, you're like, hey, wait, what?
Yeah, I think maybe they'll make a little money
Yeah.
off the video eventually.
If you have not seen this already, we're going to post it on His Radio TV. So you'll see it on Roku, His Radio TV, that's on Apple, hisradio.com, or the My His Radio app.